Oh, you actually thought I was only going to talk about comparing ourselves physically when there's so many other ways we compare ourselves to people. Sis, get comfortable. We don't have time today. It's a thing where I don't think I'd even be able to cover all the ways we compare ourselves to people, because there's just so many ways. But one for me would be like relationships. Now, I don't want a boyfriend right now, right? I am not in the mood for a relationship. I don't have the energy right now to commit to anybody. Like, I'm just in a season where I just want to commit to God and myself, right? But then there's some times where I scroll through my timeline and I see all these cute couples, see all these cute, pictures of couples looking happy, supposedly happy. I say supposedly because we never actually know what they're going through. And it just makes me think, God, when? Like, me too, I want to cuddle with somebody's son, I want to go on dates, I want to do this and do that. And you just start comparing yourself, because you start feeling like these people have something that you don't have. Well, that's how I feel anyway. Sometimes when I see these things, I'm like, these people have something that I don't have. Like, they have someone that they can lean on and go on dates with and all those kind of things. But the gag is, like, I actually have that person as well. That's Jesus. Hello. But like, you just see these things and you're just like, maybe me too, I want a relationship. I don't know if I'm the only one that relates that this applies to. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. Am I making any sense? But yeah, there's so many other ways to compare ourselves. It could be that you're comparing your success level to other people's success level. This could be academically, maybe someone that went to a different university that you went to, that person went to a top university and you went to a lower university, or that person's always getting first classes and you're just barely making 2 1s and 2 2s and things like that. We could be comparing our career paths. We could be comparing our social media success. Now, this one is real because I struggle with this one a lot. Like, this one, God, this one really dealt with me. When you start focusing on the numbers and you see like number of views, comments, likes, followers that other people have and the ones that you have, this one, it really messed with my head big time, because I just can't help but see other people's pages growing, people always getting followers, people always getting more likes and more comments and more views than I get, and that just really used to annoy me. Like, it used to annoy me so much. I was so frustrated. It's so annoying. But I just had to get to a point where it literally wasn't until like 2 months ago probably that I even started learning about this. But like, I had to get to a point where I started realizing that the important thing is the message, it's the content that you're putting out. It's not the numbers, it's not all this kind of stuff. Like, we have to really focus on the kind of content that we put out. That's what matters most. And eventually your tribe will find you, and that's what I'm just believing. So yeah, that's another one. And the last way that we compare ourselves to people that I wanted to touch on today, because I don't think a lot of people probably talk about this one, is spiritually. Yes, this applies here as well. Like, if you thought like as believers we don't compare ourselves to people, you were wrong. Okay, we do. Now, one way that we could possibly be comparing ourselves spiritually, hey, English language is hard. One way we compare ourselves spiritually to people is like maybe comparing things like our gifts. So maybe you see someone that has the gifts of speaking in tongues, the gifts of prophecy, the gifts of healing, of encouragement, of just different kind of gifts, and you're just there feeling so like low because your own gifts have not manifested yet. It's not that you don't have the gifts, it's just that they haven't manifested yet. Okay, but yeah, it might just make you feel very unspiritual, make you feel like you're not Christian enough, or make you feel like God doesn't love you enough. Listen, God loves all his children the same way. Okay, he literally loves us equally. Like, spiritual gifts, that's not a good way to measure God's love. Nothing is a good way to measure God's love. It's just that we have to keep praying so that our own gifts will be manifested and things like that. But yeah, that's another way we could possibly compare ourselves to people. Or maybe you're comparing the way you might feel like you're not doing enough to build a relationship with God. So for example, on the Bible app, maybe you're seeing people highlighting Bible verses left, right, center, you're seeing people completing plans, but you've barely read one Bible verse this whole month, and you start feeling low again, start condemning yourself. But this is exactly what the enemy wants. This is exactly what the devil wants, to pull you to a place of condemnation where you start feeling low and stuff like that. But we'll talk more about the dangers of comparison next week.